A big warm welcome to all you Dota enthusiasts who have tuned in to see Heflatv present the Mineski Pro Gaming League Season 6 to you guys, as we have the final spectator loading in as well. This will be game number 2 in a best of 5 series between Titan and Arrow Gaming. Those two teams already met each other once this day. It was in the Ghost Cup Asia finals as well. Titan took that series 2-0 and well, they are leading 1-0 here as well, so they are looking strong. But Arrow Gaming, they definitely have it in them to upset Titan now. And whether they can do it in second game or not, we shall see. And well, my name is still Coucher, and with me is Mpgl.
Hey, as we are going to be here with game number 4 between these two teams. And Arrow just seemingly unable to crack what the Titan have been throwing at them in terms of, hugely aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, there are like certain teams whose playstyles just don't clash, so to say, and one team just always comes out on top.
Yeah, hopefully this isn't the case for Arrow Gaming, as I would like to see maybe a best of 5 series between these two awesome teams in the Southeast Asia scene. But still, we are going to be seeing those first initial bans and picks coming out, and once again, basically the same picks as the last 3 games. Although the Batrider is banned out this time by Titan.
Well, it's a ridiculously strong hero, so I guess it makes sense as well, but what's going to be their second ban now? Is it going to be like Ancient Apparition or Invoker?
Well, an Invoker is a pretty good hero to pick up regardless. There's a lot of very good heroes currently in the pool. You've got the Invoker, you've got the Brewmaster. As I'm not quite sure which team picked up a Brewmaster today. I think it was actually Arrow Gaming who picked up a very nice Brewmaster who did some awesome stuff. As that is going to get banned out. Does leave the Invoker up, or you could even pick up something like a Treant, or just simply go for the usual Marana. Lots and lots of first pick, first ban heroes that are worthy of that position, still left on the table.
Yeah, there certainly are. Well, the Brew did get banned out by Arrow Gaming now, and I guess it's just too hard to predict the first pick, to be honest, because it can literally be anything. It just comes down to what the teams feel like is going to be the best. So they're just going for the standard style, picking up the Invoker. So Titan, they have the chance to go for like Mirana Shadow Demon or Shadow Demon Treant. Maybe even like pick up a Sand King straight away once again, maybe with an Enchantress, if they really feel up to it. It's just, there are way too many strong heroes for the first phase to actually predict that.
Yeah, as we do see that, obviously there are lots and lots of combos still available. You've got the Treant plus Darkseer, which will be seen as a dual combo coming out. A few teams do like to run that. There's the Marana plus anything else, the Shadow Demon plus anything else. Or you could just simply go for 2 strong heroes that mesh well with Titan's aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, they certainly can, and actually they're finding it kind of hard for themselves to try to go for them. And actually the Enchantress is the first pick for them. And I don't think the Sand King is going to be the secondary one, since you can't utilize the jungle at all when you have a dedicated jungler to begin with. But I guess Nature's Prophet could be one option for them now. If I'm not mistaken, they actually ran a Nature's Prophet Enchantress in game number 1. Or, oh, never mind, it was like an Enchantress against Arrow in the Ghost Cup. And actually, yeah, one important factor that we haven't really mentioned is that, of course, it's midnight, or it's past midnight for them by now already. At Arrow Gaming, it's their 6th consecutive game in a row. They've had a maximum of 30 minutes in between to actually properly rest and try to eat or something. So it's been a really long day for both teams, but for Arrow it's just been a little bit harder, I think, or more exhausting.
Yes, and I would agree with that at this point, Arrow Gaming, how many games have they played so far today?
Yeah, this is the 7th game today, but they had one best of 3 verse, as in Titan when they won 2 games against Kingdom. That was their only resting time. So they had one best of 1, and now then 2 best of 3s in a row, and now a best of 5 as well. So
plenty of awesome action being done by these two teams here on Sunday, but it's going to have the fatigue start to kick in, like what you said, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for Arrow Gaming to get out of this rut, as they are currently 1 game down. They've only got 2 more chances to make it happen.
Oh man, at least they do have that chance to rely upon, and well, with the Sand King now, maybe they are the ones who can just get that fast blink dagger on the Sand King, and for once be the ones actually getting the earlier initiation and maybe even the better initiation.
Yeah, as
At the moment, like Titan, Nature's Prophet and the Enchantress, they're not really the initiation type of heroes.
Yeah, so we do see, the Sand King's a pretty nice initiation. There's lots of ways you can combo with that. It's worth noting that a Darkseer wouldn't actually be a bad idea in this kind of situation, as he wouldn't go that badly against most tri-lanes, that with an Enchantress being a very weak tri-laner. Not that great at ganking, so...
Yeah, I mean, looking down at Darkseer, you definitely need a setup stun before, or maybe having that Dark Troll Summoner for you if you're an Enchantress, because the slow does absolutely nothing for you. And I mean, Darkseer overall is a pretty strong hero. I actually wouldn't mind it at all. And they could quite easily, we might see the first Faceless Void if they actually do go for the Darkseer as well. Because just imagine a Sand King, Invoker, Darkseer and a Faceless Void comboing up all together. That would be some pretty crazy, potentially crazy team fight.
Yeah, it would actually be some very nice team fight we could be seeing in right now. And it all depends on what Invoker type they decide to go for, whether it's like Wex with the Tornado and EMP, or the Exort with all those lovely meatballs.
Yeah, man, got to love those meatballs. I mean, I think it's probably gonna be Exort, although TDC actually kind of likes the Wex a little bit more. But just having a Sand King stun, already the Sand King stun alone is probably set up enough for the Sunstrike as well. Plus, I just feel like the Chaos Meteor, Deafening Blast is maybe a little bit... Well, it's hard to say, to be honest. Against pushing, both have their own advantages. Tornado EMP makes it so that your enemy is just completely out of mana and can't summon 3 ends on the Nature Prophet, or can't even heal up on the Enchantress with the Nature's Attendants. So they are both good for something. I just feel like every single game where there's an Vex Invoker, they just don't have enough impact in the game.
Yeah, as in it is, one of the harder bits, and Arrow Gaming, they are going to be worried about that Invoker constantly getting ganked, because we have seen by Titan, they like their early ganks, they like their early aggression, and Invoker, it's one of his few weaknesses in the fact that you can take him out pretty early with some nice smoke ganks and some nice initiations.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the early smokes, to be honest. I don't think we saw too many early smokes coming out from either team last time around. I know Aero Gaming went for one. It wasn't successful at all. Titan probably were just happy farming up, killing off just bottom lane all the time. They didn't even need to go for smoke ganks. Nature's Prophet came to them all the time. But Titan, they go for a Lion now. That's also a really aggressive hero. Has a decent amount of lockdown. Hex on the first level already is a 2.5 second disable. But Aero Gaming, they're going for some tank now. They pick up a Bristleback for themselves, and even with the Lion's Burst, it's kind of hard to bring down a Bristleback. Or at least if he has his back turned to you.
Yeah, obviously Bristleback very good at, very good at actually early game ganking. As soon as he starts getting a few levels in his ultimate, and that Quilt Spray can start stacking up, and he's very good at early game, diving behind towers, doing huge amounts of damage in team fights. Bristleback's one of those heroes that kind of fell out of the competitive scene, yet at the same time, never really got nerfed, so to say.
Yeah, he really didn't. And that Titan, actually, we see a Razor once again. I guess there was already one game between where we didn't see one, so every second game, there has to be a Razor, and I guess against the Bristleback it's decent. You can even steal damage from the Forge Spirits, if I'm not wrong, because you can steal them from the Familiars and the Illusions as well, so why not Forge Spirits? But Arrow Gaming, wow, they pick up a Keeper of Light, so that's gonna be their counter push, and do you think we might see the nastiest combination of all times? The Keeper and the Phantom Lancer?
Well, Keeper and Phantom Lancer can be a bit annoying, although I'm not quite sure if Arrow Gaming would want to go for that, just because of the fact that Titan like their ganks, as in if you're going against a team who you can't handle their early game aggression, going for more late game is not the answer.
Yeah, I guess that is correct, although, I mean, what else combos up well with a Keeper Flight? I guess Storm Spirit is really mana intensive. Even a Tiny to some extent, of course, but without Yayo, the Tiny isn't really as strong.
Well, I think the Keeper of Light's mostly being picked up here because the Enchantress and the Nature's Prophet provide a lot of opportunities for a Titan to go start pushing around. And Keeper of the Light is basically an anti-push hero. His Illuminate just simply destroys waves. You level up fast. You also get the mana, the whatever it's called. Chakra.
Chakra.
Chakra. That's a lovely word.
Chakra magic, I think, yeah.
Sounds like should
I haven't seen
that
that hero for ages, man. Should be Chakra magic. Mana Leak is the whatever thingy.
And because of that, you're able to just simply, keep control of the lanes and make sure that it's hard for people to dive behind towers. Especially if there's always a keeper of the light in the background, able to do a whole bunch of damage at a moment's notice. We do see a Templar Assassin getting picked up, and that's actually, with the Bristleback and the Sand King, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that TA pickup.
Well, all I know that it's pretty decent against the Invoker mid lane. Definitely gonna get his farm up unless Arrow Gaming goes for some rotations, but I mean Sand King just wants to stack and farm probably. Might not even get in range for the Templar Assassin. And Keeper of Light, not the best roaming hero at all. Like completely horrible, to be honest. I mean Sand King, yeah, maybe if he gets the burst like before you can get the Illuminate off, but Templar Assassin has the refraction charges anyway. And if you're going for somewhat of a push, it's actually nice to have the refraction against the Illuminate coming out. Definitely will help out a little bit. But Titan, to me, maybe they actually lack like the heavy tanky frontliner, especially as they do have to push against the Keeper of Light.
Yes, as we do see right now, the last pick is going to be coming out from Arrow Gaming. Can they work something out to bring things back? They need their last support. There's still quite a few good supports still left out, although the AA has been banned out.
Well, I mean, they're probably going to pick a safe lane core at the moment just to farm up. With the Bristleback off lane, I would think, at least. Though, I have no idea what they can go for, because Titan, once again, they have a pretty damn aggressive lineup. None of their heroes want to take it to the super late game. But even if it gets to the late game, Razor, Templar Assassin, Nature's Prophet, even Enchantress can just transition into a semi-carry when she gets the Aghanim Scepter. So Titan, although they're probably mid-game oriented, they can still take this to the late game quite easily, at least against the against the heroes that Arrow has so far.
Yeah, entirely agreed. As Amrana pickup wouldn't be a bad idea per se, as Amrana's, in fact, surprisingly, out of all the games we've seen today, Morana has been rather rarely picked up. As I think we've seen her once. I'm not quite certain, as she is, still very solid, even with the nerf that she got to the arrow damage. It's now, I think it's only 11 points of damage per unit travelled, compared to the 14 it used to be. As you see, the Tide Hunter going to get picked up.
Well, it's definitely nice for team fights, but Arrow Gaming, they have to perform well early, because what's actually gonna get them to the high ground push? It's okay, Titan, they don't have like any proper counter push, I guess, like Plasma Field from the Razor, and just Nature's Prophet split pushing might be the most effective way of getting Arrow to come away from your base, but what's really gonna help them get those towers and just push high ground? It's just... they definitely cannot take this to the late game against the lineup of Titan, I think.
No, although they do have the push to be able to do it. That Keeper of the Light, and to some extent the Bristleback, very good at pushing. They just need to make sure they don't lose early on, which is something they've been repeatedly doing. If they lose early on again, well, this is going to be basically 4-0. Well, 2-0 in this tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely Titan. They're just not letting go of the momentum that they've gained from the Gosu Cup at the moment. But to introduce the lineups, starting with Arrow Gaming. On the Radiant side, Johnny will be playing up on the Sand King, leaving Xiang Sai to play the Bristleback with Lance on the Tide Hunter, leaving DDC to play the Invoker, and ADTR on the Keeper of the Light.
In the meantime, on the opposite side, they're currently 1-0 up. Here in the finals, we do have Yamate on the Templar Assassin, or MWP as he's named here, Extinct or just X on the Enchantress, KYXY on the Razor, Net on the Lion, and Ohio on the Nature's Prophet.
Actually, I think Arrow Gaming, if they are going for an aggressive tri lane with a Bristleback, I actually don't think that's a bad idea at all. Especially if there's an Enchantress in the jungle like Lion, he can't do anything to help because he's pretty squishy. His Impale only does 60 damage and is a 1.02 second stun on the first level, which is no duration at all almost. Up against, well, what's probably gonna be Razor and Lion, plus maybe Enchantress. Actually, with a few nice creeps early on, can turn it around on a hero like Keeper of Light, who has only 416 HP and 1 base armor.
As we do see that. this aggressive tri-lane could be rather interesting, as the Enchantress, it does require a very weak tri-lane. She's going off and trying to enchant those heroes, hoping for the correct ones. Maybe if they can get a Troll Warlord, they can do something with that stun. But either way, that this tri-lane is going to be a little bit weak, with effectively it's going to come down all to the Lion. If the Lion gets caught out, then this is going to be first blood for Arrow.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's either probably going to be the Lion or the Keeper Flight. Both are really squishy heroes. Keeper Light a little bit more so. I mean, of course, Gandalf never was a bruiser, but oh, a nice Sentry Ward already. Net coming in to try to get the counter rest by Xiangsai. He's on the front lines as well. Actually going for the rest. There's the Illuminate to fly Johnny. Will he come in with the burst? Like, not skilled it up yet. He's actually wavering a little bit. And Xiangsai dropping low as well. KYXY finally gets burst tracked up. They need a little bit more to bring down the Bristleback, and they do get the first by KYXY. He stole 56 damage in the duration of that, and well, Arrow Gaming, I think Johnny, he was really indecisive about who to go for on the Burrow Strike.
Yeah, they just kind of ran in one by one right there, and we saw the Bristleback trying to go for the ward removal, but it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, and so that is the first blood for Titan, and actually the tankiest hero falling down for it, being the Bristleback. Of course, it's not like he's that super tanky without actually having any points into his Bristleback skill. So we just see that, and of course KYX was just being able to steal as much damage as he did. It was like a disaster for Arrow Gaming, more or less. But they still have a chance to come back. But ADTR, he's hanging around with 100 HP. I'm not too convinced that it's the best choice for him.
In the meantime, in this top lane, or the off lane, so to say, Invoker is going up against his Nature's Prophet, which I would say is way favourable for Nature's Prophet at the moment, with that Cold Snap harassment, with that ability to just outfarm your opponents.
I mean, I think Nature's Prophet, you can just send the 3 ends on the Invoker and he can't really clear them up. At least the Invoker has some pretty nice regeneration coming in from Quas. So that's fine, and actually he's already going for a Hand of Midas by the looks of it, starting with the Gloves of Haste. Now has a Forge Spirit as well. I mean, evens out the playfield a little bit there. It's still pretty heavily tipped in the favor of Ohio. Last hit wise at the moment, 5 and 2 on DDC's Invoker with 8 and 7 on Ohio. But oh, top lane KYXY stealing the damage from Xiangsai once again. But the Quill Spray already 4 stacks. There's the Burrow Strike as well. He's probably gonna fall down. But Net, can he come in to help? There's the Plasma Field as well. Xiangsai, one more right click will finish the job. The Hellburst Smasher is coming in. Will get the last right click, and Johnny going for the TP out. Net will get the Hex and make it 4-0.
Oh, and this tri-lane is just not working out for Arrow right now, as they kind of keep going in, but one by one, and this Keeper of the Light just isn't working out for them at the moment, as he's just unable to hit those Illuminates.
And it's also the case of just Razor stealing all the damage that Xiangsai has. Yes, sure, the Quill Spray does damage as well, but so far it's only level 1, and you really need that extra right-click damage to help out there. If he would have had all his damage with the right clicks, it would have been easy kills on the Razor, maybe even on Net as well, but was not to be on Net. He went all the way back home just to regen up, and actually, well, now they have the Magic Stick as well on KYX by Tranquil Woods, Feast on Lion, so he's actually pretty speedy now, 380 movement speed, picks up a smoke on top of that, and maybe they even want to look for some kills on the other lanes, although Johnny going bottom lane Ohio might get caught up, he doesn't get in range. TDC did not start with the Cold Snap, so I guess Johnny's rotations might have gone to waste as he's about to hit level 2. But I'm not too sure if this Sanking is gonna get that fast blink dagger that has an impact in the game.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to be able to get it anytime soon, as he's kind of got his boots, but he's still 4 minutes in the game, nothing else much really happening, and you do see that at this moment, this tri-lane has been abandoned. I'm not quite sure how they're going to come back from this, as their entire game plan was based around them getting an early game advantage, which just hasn't happened.
Yeah, well, looking at mid lane, Yamate 22 and 6 compared to 16 and 0, so Lance not doing that bad in the mid lane at all. He's level 5 as well, so at least getting the early levels. He's Puddle growing up. But I mean, this top lane definitely is not working out for Arrow. Although KYXY, he doesn't have that many kills, but then again, not that many last hits, I mean. But he's been a part of 3 kills, which is some extra gold, of course. And now, Extinct, together with Net, they smoke up. I mean, with the Hex and the Earthspike, it should be an easy kill onto DDC, really. It's not like the Nature Prophet provides any extra almost, but it's going to be enough. There's the Earthspike to start with. He has the Hex as well, actually using it. Well, finally comes out, and there's the Thunderclap from the Hellburst Smasher, and make it an easy kill as Net gets the last hit.
And what was starting out as bad is just getting worse. Another kill coming out. Couldn't do anything against that invis, and well, all that again right there.
Okay, well, actually might be in trouble. There's the Berserk as well. 3 stacks of Vicious Nasal go. Quill Spray is stacking up as well, but the Plasma Field, a few right clicks. KYXY gets a kill. Really get Johnny as well. Uses the Magic Stick. Going for ADTR. Gets that 1 kill. Illuminate was there. Johnny. Another Berserk. KYXY still alive. Dino does finally fall down, and Johnny only escapes with 50 HP. And 3 versus 1. They just almost got completely wiped out.
That just shows you the strength of a Razor when you give him too much farm, when you start feeding him kills. He gets those early levels in Static Link. He gets those early levels in the damage, and, well, he starts draining all, and that's...
Bottom lane, DDZ in trouble once again. Another Earthquake to come. Hex to follow. Actually, the Cold Snap was there on Ohio, but the Wrath of Nature comes around with that extra little bit of burst damage, and they're not stopping here because they wanted the Licious Tower on top of that.
Yeah, but they are going to be trying to pick up this tower right now, and at this point, Arrow, they're going to be losing this, and they're losing the early game, and that's not what they were looking for. We do see the rotation coming out from Keeper of the Light, trying to do any kind of saving, possibly even gets a little bit farm down here. As Russell back, just look at him, he has literally no damage at the moment. And in fact, he may go down. No, he won't. He does get away barely, but he's only level 4, going up against a level 7 Razor. And
yeah.
4 is a lot smaller than 7.
Indeed it is. It's just ridiculous how far ahead the Razor is on this lane. Of course, has gotten 4 kills and 1 assist for himself.
I paid attention in school.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Simple maths. Not as easy as you can think. But, well, at the moment, I mean, well, Extinct, he actually has 0 items on him, but has the Medallion of Courage in the stash. That's pretty funny to see, like, literally Enchantress with no items on him, running around, and oh, they might go for another kill on TDC. But Ohio doesn't have enough mana for the Sprout to begin the gank with. Or will it matter? Net will get in range for the Earthquake. There's the Troll Trap coming out. The Invoker actually gets the Sunstrike onto Net. The Cold Snap poster as well, but TDC actually might stay alive at the moment. The Illuminate does fly. Doesn't catch anybody, but Lance is there. He has the Ravage as well. I think we'll see at least 1 kill. Ohio does get caught. Extinct as well. Extinct probably going to be able to run away with Ohio. No, he will have the Gush in 3 seconds. So he's definitely going to get the kill. Or Ohio. No, never mind. Anchor Smash AoE. He's large enough.
And we do see finally Arrow manages to get on the board, do something that wasn't a full-on advantage for Titan right now, but Titan are still way ahead. If we have a quick look at the goal, it's already 5k, only 7 minutes in, while the experience is 3k in their favour. Dips up a little bit after that kill, but...
Well, I mean, even though the Nature Prophet died, he actually bought up the Midas recipe before, so he didn't lose any gold from it, and, well, now it's straight approach for them with Extinct's Medallion of Courage.
And right now, we're going to have to hope for this Sanking to do something amazing. Pick up that Blink Dagger at some point. He needs 1.1k gold to get there. Pick up that Blink Dagger, do something, and we are hopefully might see him make it into a game if he can pick up an amazing ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have the chance to just win team fights easily if the Sanking gets the Blink there. I mean, they have the Ravage on top of that. So that is a lot of AoE damage, a lot of AoE disables coming out. But they need to get to that point first, and that's the hardest part. Mid lane, there's the Earthquake onto Lance. Wrath of Nature to bounce around. They are slowed down by the Psionic Traps. Meld hit, the Hex comes out. Some more right clicks, and Yamate, actually Net, gets the kill on the Lion. Illuminate flies just straight into the Refraction. Roche, it's taking quite a while. Extinct is actually dropping pretty damn low, but Roche will finally go down.
And this is probably going to be a Roche coming out for Templar Assassin right now. Picking up that kill, picking up that extra gold, and, well, that's a 9-minute Roche coming out for a Templar Assassin. Even more experience, even more advantage, and now they're going to look like to start pushing for this advantage to come in.
Do you think the Templar is actually going to go for a Blink Dagger now?
Well, at the point he's almost got it, so he might as well pick one up, and a 9-minute Blink Dagger on a tier. He's already got Phase Boots, and his Magic Wand, and his Bottle, and an Aegis. Painful stuff. I'm sure we've all been in a pub where the opposing mid has had that kind of start, and we all still have the nightmares.
Indeed, just the supports just melt. I mean, Keeper of Light, 549 HP, still 1 armor on him. What's he gonna do against the meld, except die? And oh, actually Yamate, he picked up a Shadow Amulet, so he's going for a Shadow Blade.
He wants to stack more invis on top of his invis, so he can invis while being invis.
Oh yeah, that's best bro best. But KYXY, he killed off the tier 1 tower top lane, or destroyed it. And he now has his mech finished, just needs it flown out to him. And Net, oh my god, once again, Net, he's gonna have like 10-minute blink there on a support. He just, I mean, of course, his team has been winning the lanes and it has been going well for him, but still, man, you just always see Net having a blink dagger, no matter the hero he's on.
As in, he has given up a lot of that
farm. Oh, they go for the Earth Spike, they steal damage from Xiangsai as well, they have the Finger of Death is necessary, and yep, that is there to get the kill.
Pretty damaging stuff right there as Bristleback. I think that's, how many times has he died currently?
4 times.
That's currently his 4th death. He's currently the most killed player in the game right now. Just nobody likes him.
I mean,
we are going to be seeing this top tier 2 tower being pushed in.
To be honest, the easiest way to deal with a Bristleback is just start killing him off early when he doesn't have the tank yet. And well, at the moment he's not getting the levels either, so he only has 1 point into Bristleback. And that's a 16% damage reduction compared to a potential 40% of damage reduced. And now they're going for more ADTR. He might be trouble. KYX, but starts the damage steal. There's the Breath of Nature to bounce around. The damage, he got 56 extra points and lands. He goes for the Ravage just as Net blinks in. Actually, they might kill off KYX when Mech is activated, lands. Dropping low. There's the Earthquake onto Xiangsai as well. And lands might get chased down. There's a haste run on Yamate. And he will get the kill. Plasma Field to kill off Lance. And 13 to 2.
It was a 2-man Ravage. It was, they got the Sunstrike off. They got everything they wanted. Yet still, it wasn't enough. And they're going to lose this tier 2 tower, and it's only 11 minutes in. If anything, this is currently the most dominating performance by Titan all day.
Yeah, it's just Arrow Gaming there. In the last games, they were like, felt like, okay, they still have a chance if they just do a little bit win like one good team fight or something. But at the moment, it kind of feels hopeless. The only thing going for them is that it's gonna be hard pushing high ground against the Keeper of Light, no matter what, especially if there's a Sanking and the Tidehunter on top of that. And the Sanking actually does pick up his blink there, so Johnny actually gets it 12 minutes in, which is faster than I would have expected looking at the start of the game.
Yeah, I've seen the Sand King doing a very nice job of trying to farm up, and maybe you can make something happen with that Blink Dagger. Try and do some counter initiations, drag this game back from the brink. But either way, we're currently seeing right now that Titan are a brick wall that Arrow Gaming is unable to work out how to get past.
Oh god, Yamate, Shadow Bladed up, ADTR, he's gonna fall for sure. There's the Earth Spike, 1 right click, make it 2 right clicks, and Yamate doesn't even need to melt. The Shadow Blade extra damage was enough. And when I have to agree with you there, Titan, they really are just, they're not moving an inch, they're not budging at all. I mean, Arrow, push as they might, or blow, they're just not getting anything done. And oh, Net, he's being sneaky, he finds Johnny as well, he has the Finger of Death cooling off in 8 seconds. He does blink out and nobody even saw him by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's kind of in a little bit of dangerous position right now. Is he going to be able to get out?
Oh, they're going to go for the kill on the Bristleback by the looks of it. Only 872 HP. There's the Earthquake, Mana Drain to come. TP is coming in by Ohio and, well, Finger of Death to get him another kill. Although Epicenter Berserk did come in Net, he will fall down. That was pretty nicely done by Johnny, but he's now out of mana. Impetus is flying, can't even Sandstorm out and melt it to get the kill.
And we already have a level 1 Necronomicon on the Ohio right there, as Nature's Prophet is just continuing to tear things up. He's only 1-1 and 7 at the moment. It's really been the Razor and the Line who's been doing all the major work, but because of that Necro, it means it's going to be a very easy tier 2 tower coming up, and there's only 1 left and they're already targeting it. They've already got their sights set on it. It looks like they want to just keep pushing. They don't care they've got the late game advantage. They want things to end now.
I'm just expecting for the chat to go like 3-22, the dream is alive. It always happens when one team is completely dominating and the team getting wrecked has 3 kills. But it never ends on that same score, so...
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a Blink Dagger on Lance though, he has the Ravage as well. I mean, I still think that they can definitely take fights. But that is where it's limited, and now Yamate goes in with the Shadow Blade. There's the Plasma Field to begin with. Oh, Mel, they just blow up the Keeper of Light immediately. Johnny goes away, but there's a Ravage connecting on 3 heroes. There's the Berserk onto 2 in return. KYX dropping low. Lion already dead as well. And actually, it's only 1-for-1 lands. They might get KYX, the After Storm is activated though. They don't want to stay around for too long. He activates the mech as well and lands. Suddenly, minus 11 armor with the Medallion of Courage. He falls down Xiangsai. Might get the kill on KYX, 1 more Quill Spirit will do the job. But Impetus, 1 more Urn, taking him down as well. He actually might stay alive. Nope, Ohio comes in as well, sprouted up. That's definitely going to be the death of him. So in the end, it was a 4-for-2 as Keeper of Light already respawned.
Yeah, as we do see that 4 for 2, it's a little bit better than what Nick Arrow had been doing in the rest of the game, but it's still not good enough as they're going to just keep getting further and further behind. This Templar Assassin looks like he's going for a Desolator as soon as he can.
Oh man, I mean, even without the Desolator, the Keeper of Light went down to 1 right click. But
Now we can go down to half, just look at him, just like half a right click.
I mean, a bit like if he's running around with the Shadow Blade and it's just next to the Keeper of Light. Keeper of Light already feels his imminent death coming and starts shivering. But they do smoke up now in hopes of finding a proper team fight. Last time, if they only had Johnny... Oh, actually they get the Burst out on high, so Nature Prophet is probably gonna fall down, Illuminate to fly, some extra damage and that will get the kill. So at least something going for them, but... I mean, that's not nearly enough to come back into this game. Because looking at the graphs, it's almost 20,000 gold in the favor of Titan, as well as XP, 10,000 for them.
That is pretty devastating. Only 16 minutes in. If we have a quick look at the gold per minute situation, we have 600 on the Razor, 590. All of the cores are above 550 gold per minute, only 16 minutes in.
Oh man, Shadow Blade coming out. Yamate, he has a double damage rune as well. He can kill anybody he wants. Who is his target gonna be? There's the Psyblade, Johnny drops down low. There's the Earthquake as well onto 2 DDC. Fuel fall down. Actually, they used the Finger of Death for it as well, but it doesn't really matter. Johnny, he's coming in with the Epicenter Burst. Actually, he kills off Yamate. Oh man, he kills off Extinct as well, so that was a pretty huge ultimate there. He's actually level 11 now because of those 2 kills. And
Very
now
nice
by buyback, by
there.
Invoker, Sunstrike. Oh, net, he's dropping low, but Sunstrike was a little bit off. And yet GG called by Arrow. They just, even though they got some nice kills, they know that they're falling so far behind. And well, Titan up 2-0 in this best of 5.
So we are going to be going into game number 3. Can Arrow bring it back? Can they work out how to crack this Titan egg? Or, well, are they going to be made into an omelette? I don't know. I didn't have a exit for that. I talked myself into a corner.
Oh, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Or best of them, I don't know. But in any way, Titan, really convincing, showing once again, take a 17-minute victory over Arrow in game number 2 in this best of 5 in the Mineski Pro League. Pro Gaming League, rather.
Pro Gaming Pro League.
Yes,
With
extra
gaming.
pro. Only for super pros, please. Of course, thanks to the sponsors, Steel Series, Gigabyte, the main sponsors for this cup, for actually making this happen, allowing the Southeast Asian scene to have some thick competition of their own. And of course, thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting Heflatv, supporting the entire cup, the teams of course, if you're fans of those. And well, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And if you enjoyed us, be sure to follow us, maybe even subscribe, because we have a lot of stuff coming up, subscriber emotes, whatnot, no ads for you of course, as well as giveaways and things in the future. But this is going to be it for game number 2. We will join game number 3's lobby in a moment, and just a few songs and ads in between.